Hello, this is Recorder 101, and I'm Suzanne, or in regard of Hawkwood in the Society for Creative Anachronism. And today, what I really want to do is talk to you a little bit about getting started with your recorder. If you have had bad experiences and you think that your recorder is your enemy, uh, maybe you had to do it like I did as a required part of a school or university program, and things just didn't go well, and or whatever the reason is. Let's start with the real basics of getting started with your recorder and hope that we can get you going on the right foot this time. So, first thing that will really help you is setting goals. If you think that, what are my goals? Do I want to be able to play for hundreds of people? Do I want to be able to play with other musicians? These are considerations, but those are long-term goals, and it's very good to have long-term goals, but please also think about how much time could I practice and how often. If you think that you can give 10 to 15 minutes every day, that's a good beginning. That's really terrific. The more regular you do your practice, or 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the middle of the day, 10 minutes before bed, that adds up to 30 minutes. You've gone a long way in doing things. So think about things like that. What sort of sound do I want? Do I need a different recorder? Maybe. We'll get to things like that as we advance through this. This is going to be the first in a series of things. Basically, I am going to assume that you have probably a soprano recorder. These are my soprano recorders. Two of them I buy Yamaha. One of them, I don't know who made it. Wood. Don't know what wood. It was cheap. This one was cheaper. I have others. I have my alto. And I have my tenor. Bigger. The nice thing about the tenor, you get a richer sound. So if the sound of a soprano recorder has bothered you, you might prefer a tenor. It's more expensive. But you play it the same way that you play the sopranos. The altos and the basses are a little bit more challenging. Not just bigger, they're heavier. So those are concerns that you may have in the future. So, first things first, try to figure out what your goals are. I'm going to be posting these videos approximately once a week. First thing, find your recorder if you've got one. If you don't, there's links to the bottom with suggestions. So you can find something. Find your recorder. If you have a plastic recorder, wash it. Warm water, not hot. Normal dishwashing soap. Or if you have hand soap, that'll do too. You really want to, if you've used it before, you want to get all the germs that might be inside out. You don't need to dry it off, but you do need to stand them upright to let them drain and dry before you play them after you've washed them. The soap, the dish soap, is also very good at when you do blow. You are letting your air go down into here, and that builds up condensation, especially in the head of the recorder. And condensation in the head of your recorder means that it won't sound good. So what are some of the things that we can do about that condensation? Well, For me, as a woman, I can stick it down here and warm the head of the recorder. But you first want to wash your recorder. Get rid of everything that might be in there. Now, before you play your recorder, wash your hands, brush your teeth. Why? Well, probably germs on your hands. And as you are fingering the recorder and that condensation builds up, it will help wash some of those germs off and into your recorder. Not nice. Brush your teeth. Brush my teeth. Yes, brush your teeth. Very often we have little food particles, and as we blow into the recorder, they come off and they go into the wind wave. They get stuck. They change the sound. Wash your hands, brush your teeth before playing. Do some stretching. You're going to be working on something that's probably going to make you a little bit tense. And what we want to do is we want to try and relax the body before we begin. We really want to work on relaxation, because relaxation in the hands, in the mouth, all of those things, they really help to make the sound good. And of course, those are things that they don't talk about too much in the courses that you may have had years ago. You can stand or sit as straight as you can. Of course, I understand some of you may have conditions which prevent you from standing or sitting straight. So get your best possible posture. What you're trying to do is give this part of your body, I'm sorry, I'll have to tip the camera down just a tad. This part of your body, room to expand, because this is where you want to breathe from. So if you can stand in front of your mirror and watch yourself breathe and expand that part. Very often when we breathe as recorder players, I've seen it, I do it myself, so I know how problematic it is. We take little breaths and it's all in the upper chest, and we really can't support a long breath that way. And very often with our music, we need a good long breath. So you might say, okay, can I breathe to the count of 4? So inhale, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you do it exhaling up to the count of 16? Try it. The exhaling is very important because that's what you're doing. You're blowing. By the way, during our pandemic right now, breathing and the types of exercise that you do for recorder playing, very good for your lungs, helps keep you healthy. So, breathing from the belly. The next thing, yeah, it's still getting warm. The next thing you want to practice is exercising your tongue. Yeah, tongue. You're wanting your tongue to hit just above and behind your upper teeth. And basically you're going the last one is what's called double tonguing. That's for the future. Right now, you want to know that as you're counting out your 1, 2, 3, 4s up to 16, before you even play, that you're using your tongue. The will actually give you different sounds on your recorder. I'm hard of hearing, and I don't hear the difference. Even with my hearing aids, I really don't hear the difference. But if you've got good sensitive ears, you will hear the difference, and that's important. Fingers. You want your fingers nice and relaxed. So, let's see. Pencil, I'm trying to figure out that. Green is definitely better. Okay, I'm not yet using my recorder, I'm using a pencil. I'm going to rest it on my chin, and if I were in front of my mirror, I would want to keep this hand with the thumb down here, that's the right hand, sort of balancing it, and use my left thumb behind, there's a hole back there, and those 3 fingers plus thumb. There's no hole in the back of the recorder for the right thumb. But the exercise that's for this week, you can, if you want to, make noise, but keep your tongue going. But your breath, da 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 da. That's just this finger, up and down, and my voice, and the da da is my tongue, and that's what I'm practicing right now. And you want to take that through each of the fingers. So I'm going to bend these out of the way just so that you can see better. Da 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 da. You want to watch to see that your fingers are good and relaxed. Because if they're tense, if you've got a death grip on here, it travels all the way up your arm, into your back, shoulders, neck, and creates tension. And that tension doesn't really allow you to play smoothly or well. It also is going to affect how poorly or how well you actually close the holes. And air will seep out around your death grip fingers. So keep watching yourself. Am I relaxed? So we've done these 2. Now for me it gets more difficult because now I've got to take those away, and I'm dealing, well actually this one is going to keep coming back. Da 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 da. And the next one, I can get that one out of the way. Normally I just sort of keep them here, very hovering, because I would want to be able to bring them into play really quickly. But the next one is raising and lowering that. Da, da, da. I'm going to move them out of the way. You can't see the thumb going, this thumb going up and down. Da, 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 da. That's basically what you're practicing. Seems crazy. Use a pencil. Why use a pencil? Well, you know it's going to be silent. You know you're not going to be disturbing your neighbors, wherever they may happen to live in relation to you. Your family won't be upset. But you're working on getting your muscles trained. Yeah, you may have been making all sorts of noises all your life with your fingers, but this is, you're really controlling it. And if you're in front of your bathroom mirror doing this, you're watching to see, are my fingers relaxed? You know, am I getting it up and down? Okay, I've got that one. Is it hovering? And now I'm doing this one. Okay. Every time you've got a finger, whoops, well out of the way, it's going to take a lot longer to bring it back down. So those are things that at the beginning are important to begin training yourself. Okay, I think that's warm enough. Oh, nice warm. Real body temperature. So this exercise, you can practice with your thing, right? Your recorder right here on your chin. The thumb holding it. Normally, these fingers would be right over the holes, but I'm trying to get them out of the way. Can't do that. Do you hear a little bit of a sharpness? What I figured out as I was doing that is my thumb is leaking a little bit of air. And that's when you want your recorder in hand, is feel. And as a beginner or as a relearner, feel isn't there. So you really want to be thinking in terms of, am I feeling that? And remember, a death grip, where you get tense, is more apt to cause air to leak. And I think it's my thumb that's leaking. That was a mistake, not putting my finger down fast enough. Being nervous. Two fingers. So now I have to bring my left hand in to support the recorder. With this finger out of the way, I'm going to be exercising my left thumb. So remember, normally the fingers are going to hover really closely. As I see my picture, I can tell my fingers are so far up. I'm really going to have to work on making them hover some more. So this is something I need to work on. And if you think that I haven't been there in the case of hitting the recorder and having a bad experience, I have. So there you have it. That's the practice for this week. Finding a recorder and really focusing on, okay, these are the basic goals and the things I need to pay attention to this week. Next week, we will be giving you a little tune. We'll be increasing your game of how quickly you can do this. And I'm doing the so those are things to get you practicing and get you going this week. And if you don't even have a recorder at this point, hopefully you've got a pencil or a pen or a piece of wood at home that you can pretend. And there are links in the description below to help you find a recorder if you don't have one and think, which one do I start? So we'll talk about more things next week. Have a good day.